Liam. Don't do that stuff.
Nurse, tell me, am I still intact?
Oh, Oz. You don't need to worry about that. We're going to make you stronger, faster, and better. Stronger, faster, and better.
Faster. G'day everyone. How are we all doing today? It's another wonderful day in Oz. We got a bit of a storm coming in, and so there might be a bit of loud pitter-patter on the roof. I've got a special guest today. I hope you're all pleased to see the one and only Liam Gray.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's good to be here.
What's up, Liam?
Not much. Just taking it easy. It's raining.
Have you had any? Oh, is it raining where you are as well?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So no woodwork today then.
No. Got all set up to launch for tomorrow though, and get back to it. Just
how's your carpenter friend?
He's all right. He's actually in at the doctor's today because I shouldn't be laughing at this, but he's having some memory-related issues now. I'm thinking
memory-related issues.
I know. His wife called up, my missus, and was like, he's having problems remembering things, so we've got to go into the doctor's appointment again tomorrow to check him out. That was yesterday, so that's what's happening today. He'll be fine, I'm sure. I'm sure it's nothing.
For those that didn't catch the show yesterday, basically your carpenter sprayed himself in the face with poison.
Yeah, by accident.
Well, obviously by accident. I didn't think it was an attempted suicide.
Yeah. Oh, you never know with me, you never know.
So Mr. Wonderful says, it's been pissing down for 24 hours here as well. Is it raining on the entire continent? No. I'm pretty sure it's not raining in Alice.
Yeah, probably not, yeah.
So yeah, we've got a great show today. Actually, let's start off. I've got Liam. Let me tell you something. I've been getting night letters. Liam.
Who's been sending you night letters? What's been happening?
I'm not sure I want to tell you who's been sending me the night letters.
Okay.
But let me read it out to you.
Sure.
I'm going to read you out this night letter that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just minimize that. Let's just go into my private messages, my domestic messages.
Mm-hmm.
Are you streaming today, Oz? ? I think it would be wise if you did. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Well, is there something happening today? Is there a special event?
Well, this wasn't even for today. This was for a few days ago.
Oh.
Of course I'm not going to stream if you threaten me.
It would be wise for you to stream, It's like, what do you even say to that? Like, what do you say to that, guys? How about I would like you to stream today? I haven't seen a show in a while. Maybe when are you planning to do another one?
Could you imagine sending someone a DM? It would be wise, Liam, for you to go to work today, buddy.
Yeah, the
Be
sort of
fucking wise. It'd be fucking wise if you went to work. Well, I tell you what. When was the last time I was wise? There's plenty of times I've been a wise ass.
Mm-hmm. Not known for our wisdom here in the jolly old land down under, in the sunburned outback.
Sounds like wise advice. I don't think so. And then I got this other thing. Hang on a sec. I'm going to show you this other thing. Now, this is all about John Malin trying to cancel me.
When did John Malin try to cancel?
John Malin tried to cancel me.
When did this happen? Like, are these letters that you're getting? Are they like cut out of magazines? Are the letters like pasted on from like old Woman's Day? Like, who's sending you these letters? So why did John Malin try to cancel you? What happened with that? I had no idea. What happened?
I think he's scared of me. I think he's scared. My show came back and it frightened him a bit. And I think he was like, "Ooh, this guy's too talented for me. I've got to put him down a peg."
What happened? I need context here. What happened? Like, what's the story?
All right, hang on. We'll get to it. But I want to show you this first. This is interesting. I don't know if you've seen this one. Not everyone in our audience would have seen this. So let's share this one.
Oh,
G'day everyone, it's Ozark Creations here. How are we all doing today? I want to raise a lot of awareness on my show because I've got such a great outreach to, the community. So I thought that I'd raise a bit of Bigfoot awareness and invite someone in. I hope you got your clothes on this evening. How's it going, Liam?
I love Bigfoot. You didn't know?
No.
You're a young teenager. You're out there finding yourself. But
what does that mean?
What happened was newspaper articles started circulating that were claiming that I had sex with Bigfoot.
Why? I don't know. I don't do that. I mean, really, come on. What's going on here?
Do I think that Bigfoot is a wizard? Yes. Do I believe in sort of woo style Bigfoot telepathy? Yes. Do I think that Bigfoot is a god? Yes.
Liam, you swore to me. That you wouldn't fuck a Bigfoot.
It's bullshit. I wish there was Liam on Bigfoot sex, but there's no such great story like that.
Of course, Liam. I think you're a wonderful human being.
But that's it. I never sort of fell out of love with Bigfoot.
Talk it over with your wife. Say, look, I was talking to this crazy Oz guy on his show. He said to me, maybe I should not think about Bigfoot for a while.
Sasquatch.
Brother Gaius is great. I hope we get some more of those. Those are fantastic.
So we need to do a show. We need to do a show where you discuss Bigfoot because I'm really intrigued.
We do. It's something that I do sort of have planned for down the road, but I'm just a little bit busy. But
we're all busy, mate. It's not much of an excuse.
Yeah. Well, I want to do it.
It would be wise of you, Liam. It would be wise of you to do a show with me discussing Bigfoot. That's all I can say about that.
I'm gonna choke. Hold on. Oh, goodness.
Wisdom.
Sorry, guys.
Wisdom.
Yes. Give me the wisdom and the strength I need to know the difference, or whatever that old saying is. Gaming theory asked what he just walked into. Good time. Fun with friends.
Is Bigfoot a giver or a receiver, Liam?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been with Bigfoot. I know that the videos just, Poncho
You
But,
don't know whether it's a giver or receiver.
I don't know, you know.
Well,
But, I mean,
does your butt
he's got
know?
he's got that alpha energy, so I'm guessing he's a giver. But look, that is a fraudulent video. It is being produced, to smear my good name. It's none of it's true. It's been edited together from clips. I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but it's not.
We didn't
real,
have that conversation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I deny that conversation ever happened. I didn't sign anything to allow that conversation to go public. It's I would recall. I'll have to talk to my people. I'll have to talk to my lawyers.
All right. Yeah, so the thing with John Malin, right? Here's the thing. I respect the guy. I like the guy, but he does need a little bit of disability awareness training.
Oh, okay.
All right. And let's just have a look here. Click on this share audio. I got things lined up here. People don't understand. Awesome.
Yeah, you've had time to plan out a stream and actually.
I'm tight. I'm tight today. I'm super tight.
You were practicing your wisdom, Oz.
Well, if I had done the stream when they said, I don't think that would have been as wise.
What the hell happened to Oz, dude? Like, I tuned into his channel. Now,
What happened to Oz, Liam?
Well, I don't think it was Bigfoot. I'm pretty switched in on that. I'd probably know if it was. I'm guessing maybe you were making a book, right? No, yeah, that's right. Titan, God, King of Earth.
That's
you've
right.
Been, busy working.
That's right. The link's in the description. If you want to sign up to my sign-in page, is that what it's called? No. If you want to sign up to my sign-up page, what mailing list? Yeah, if you want to sign up to my mailing list, it's the list of people that Malin's upset with. If you sign up to that list, it's a super long list.
Oh gosh.
I remember watching Oz, and he'd have that weird looking vagina fruit as like his avatar, and it'd have like a suit and tie on underneath it. I tuned in the other day, and he was wearing like, I don't know what it was, some kind of mask. Like it was like the creepiest mask. You ever see that one guy who looks like he's kind of like bragging about murder? Like killing.
Hang on a second.
This is
Hang on
harsh.
a minute. Hang on a minute. Bragging about murder. This is what I'm being compared to now. What?
You're a burn victim, and they continue to burn you, and then blame you for being burned. Oz. This isn't fair. This isn't right. This isn't just.
You go up to someone with multiple sclerosis, right? Not the easiest disease to live with or to talk about or to pronounce.
Yeah, or to pronounce.
You go up to them and you say, fucking, the last time I saw you, you were walking a bit better. Like, I know you were. I know you don't walk well. But the last time I saw you, you were walking a little bit better, and now you walk like you're making some funky dance.
Yeah, you're all hunched over. That's a bit rude. Sit up straight in your chair when you talk to me. It's a bit insensitive. Just a little.
Yeah. I'm not bragging about killing anybody, just so everyone's clear.
Yeah. He would never brag.
Some girl, he did a videotape. He's like an old guy, and he's like kind of laughing. I don't know. I got like that vibes, like complete serial killer vibes off Oz. Has anyone seen what he's broadcasting in now? Like this mask?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No?
No, I haven't. If you want to share it,
I'm gonna pull it up. This is creepy. I don't know what's going on. If he's trying to creep out his audience and pull in the creep, he's gonna do it. Oz, don't show your face or don't do this stuff anymore. You're creeping me out.
Oh goodness.
So just to be clear, this is someone that is now telling me that I'm so unattractive. in my burn recovery mask that I cannot show my face in public anymore.
Yeah, don't do it.
This is the kind of discrimination I face every day. When I leave the house and people wonder, like, why don't you go out more? Why aren't you raving more? Why aren't you partying more?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, well, I go out and people tell me to go back in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry that you've got to experience this sort of persecution. You know?
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Creeping John out.
Yeah,
I mean, that takes a lot.
What's his channel called? Oz what?
Just type in Oz burn
I don't
victim
know,
into.
But even with his voice, which normally sounds cool and calm, once he has this serial killer kind of mask on, Oz Art Creations, okay. Like, yeah, it's just weird, man. Hold on, let me get it to a spot here. I don't know what spot or what he's talking about or any context to this conversation. I just know I tuned in. I was like, what the fuck? All right, there you go.
But he says, here's a better avatar, Sainted Cecil with the fucking Yoda mask on.
You want to share that, Shane?
Yeah, I got it. That's fucked up. I didn't even hear it, and that's fucked up.
Let me. So now Shane Davis is piling in, right? He's saying that I look fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm sorry, man.
This is just distressing to me. People wonder why I don't stream more.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens.
Share with you guys. Oh, did you see?
He's like a big pink baby. That's like he poked a hole in a
caught up
condom
with,
and stretched it out across his
and
face.
everything?
I don't know. This
See
is
that?
And he's got this mannequin back here.
Did you see that Odie has said that Liam didn't rape him?
Oh, what? I didn't. Liam didn't rape him. That's good. Look at the spacing on the eyes, though, right? I mean,
yeah, that's kind of like retard spacing. I mean, let's be honest. That is what it is.
Yeah, but I think
Like
he's
burn
doing
victim.
it intentionally because there's more eye here. We just can't see it. Like he gave himself minimal room to see.
Or his eyes are really separated by that much space.
But look at his mask here. Like that's his new look. Like that's what he's going for. Oh, and then there was a girl in here somewhere. Hold on. Was that in the intro?
Wait, was she dying?
Let me go.
No, okay.
Because
Did you not see this?
Oh, I didn't know. I haven't been watching streams, man. I've just been working. I haven't been keeping up with this stuff. I've seen a couple of your streams, like when you relaunched, because I wanted to show my my support. I knew that you were going through a difficult time, but I didn't know that you're being beaten up on, by John Malin. I'm sorry.
Did you not know that I was being harshly treated by Comicsgate?
No, I didn't. No one told me. Normally my DMs are inundated with complaints, but no, I had no idea that this was going on. This kind of bullying.
Yeah, it is bullying, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When three people are discussing your appearance, like just your appearance, like imagine if like I was a fat chick, I'd be so crying right now. Mm-hmm. If I had tear ducts.
Yeah, you can't control how far your eyes are apart, especially when your face goes all plasticine from like the 300-degree heat and stuff. Like you're doing the best you can.
Yeah, it's like I've got no tear ducts. I can't cry and like whine. But yeah.
I remember seeing a girl somewhere. All right, this should be his intro. Let's see if Liam. Hey, I'm doing that stuff. Fuck.
Fucking hit me harder.
Oh God.
Nurse.
Harder.
Nurse, tell me. Am I still intact?
Not weird at all.
Oh, Oz. You don't need to worry about that. We're gonna make you stronger, faster, and better.
Malin's shaking his head. He doesn't appreciate the art.
That sounds like an insatiable bitch. I mean, I'm sorry. She's like, will make you stronger and faster and whatever. I mean, like, when's enough? You know?
It's never enough. Not weird at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like that.
Is that a dog jumping up at him?
What was that Rob Zombie
His
movie
layers.
with the
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, it's kind of like that one dude in it. You know, the really big weird guy. Looks a lot like that. A little bit.
Yeah, Tiny or something. I don't remember.
Tiny. That was his name. Tiny.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the vibes. That kind of weird mask. What's going on with you, Oz? Why do you have to go down the creep hole?
Somebody said this isn't a super chat, but he said 150 man. All right. Why not?
I think he meant
Sure.
$1.50.
Serial
man.
killer. With real cereal, maybe. Bugman, when is too much racism enough, kiddos? I fucking don't know the limit on that today. Oh fuck, dude.
No, Oz or Australia. That's where Oz is from. You know, they had that serial killer. Wonder if maybe they got the wrong guy.
Now he's accusing me of being a serial killer.
Of the backpack. You're the back. Oz is the backpack killer, the backpack murderer. You know, like
Which one? Because there's so many.
You ever been to Wolf? You ever been to Wolf Creek, Oz? You ever been to Wolf Creek? I'm asking for a friend.
If Wolf Creek was a real place, I'd have been there. I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah, been all around. So the classic old Aussie
Remember that
song
Wolf
too.
Creek thing?
Dude, we're in a whole new era. A fucking serial killer today could be a YouTuber. Think about that. He could
like
YouTube-
Oz Art.
Oh, dude. Why? I mean, why wouldn't you YouTube your thing, but make it act like it's just fan made films, but the real kills and nobody knows?
I'm sure there's a movie about that coming out soon.
That's crazy. I mean, that's you know how the Zodiac killer was writing into the paper, right?
Now, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm not the Zodiac killer. I still haven't caught that guy.
Yeah, Oz is not the Zodiac killer. You know, yeah,
No,
Right?
not much
Trying
for
to, just brag about his kills. I mean, I mean, today somebody would YouTube and just kinda,
no, this has already happened. That's what that "Don't Fuck with Cats" was pretty much about. There was a guy that started off with torture videos of cats that he put online, and then he escalated the people, and he put that online.
Wait, didn't he just kill one dude though? Or did
he killed. Well, I don't
One
know. I mean, he killed one Asian guy on camera.
Right, on
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, no, he was escalating. I don't know how many he might have killed, but yeah, he's working his way up to people.
It
And
took
he did.
Google Maps to lock that motherfucker down. A bunch of people in Google Maps to locate where he was. And Cats wasn't.
Anyway.
Twitless
So what do you think
is Twitless is chiming in. He says, "I'm not the Zodiac killer." Is just what the Zodiac killer would say if he were here. You know, if he were the Zodiac killer. You know, but it's good to see Twitless is back. I thought that he'd taken a long hiatus from the. I thought he was gone.
He took a long hiatus, but now he's doing a comic. He's written a comic, and he's paid an artist to draw it, and it's called Omega Woman or something, Omega Girl.
Oh, okay, interesting. So sorry for derailing. What were you going to ask us?
Well, do you think I've got a class action lawsuit? No, not class action, just a single action lawsuit against those three.
I don't know. I think that there's some precedent there. You know, you could probably put together a solid cease and desist. You know, I hear that's popular these days. And But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Clearly, you were hurt. You know, Adventures of a Mega Girl. It's live on. What the fuck is Indie Planet?
Indie Planet, isn't that it's like a print on demand place, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like you list your books up there, like, and then people buy it, and I think it's they send it out to you.
Oh, okay.
I
Interesting.
could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Twitless will let us know.
Yeah, let us know, Twitless. Educate us. We're just you know we're on the arse end of the country. Information gets here slower.
Maybe
arse
I could
end of
just
the world.
resend one of my cease and desist letters and just scribble out my name and put John's name in.
Yeah, that's what you could do. Just like a screenshot with a rough like scribble out over the top of it. You know, like get some crayon so that it's nice and clear and crisp. Scan it back into the computer and send it off. Save you a whole bunch of work. Oh, sweet Jesus, H Christ! What? I mean, you look great. You look great there, Oz. You're more orange than you were before.
Yeah, well, I thought that I would, you know, I took the criticism to heart, and I thought I'll decorate my mask somewhat so that it's a bit more appealing to people like.
Bit more like Cecil's, thinking that you'll be able to swing Cecil to sort of fight for you against John Malin.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. Do I look like Cecil?
I mean, there's a little bit of it in there. I think that you could probably get him on your defense. You know, they're not going to be able to attack you without attacking Cecil now. You got that same sort of shape around the eyes, you know?
It is kind of like a luchador mask. I feel like I should be like, you know, curse you, John Malin. I challenge you, John Malin. I challenge you to a duel. You're picking on my friend. You're picking on my friend back here. Trevor's gonna kick your ass and he ain't got no legs.
So for the audience that might not know, Oz, why don't you reintroduce them to Trevor there? Like, bring us up to date. What's the lore on Trevor?
Oh, Trevor's me mate. He doesn't talk much, but he's a rapper. And he raps. We've got a few rap tunes in the closet for us. In the closet? No, what do you say when you got something lined up?
Like in the chamber? Well, that probably would be good. Yeah,
he's got a couple of rap bullets in the chamber. You know what his rap name is?
What's his rap name?
N.
What is it?
N. It's like Eminem.
Oh. Yeah,
but
yeah. But you don't have to worry about the whole issue with the candy. You know, like you won't have to worry about sort of a cease and desist from the candy company if you just go N. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good name
NNN.
for a rapper.
Yeah.
Pretty original. Pretty original.
So yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
You see my little guy here. He's I got a little Liam.
How you doing, little dude?
How's it going?
He's the wrong color. He's the wrong color.
Nah, he is orange. He's orange, but it's like I don't know, he's like the camera sort of.
Yeah, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, the camera sort of stops him being orange.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it adds pounds to me. You know, that's the reason I look so fat. Really, much more svelte.
NBN. You're like NBN. He's not too fast.
Oh gosh. So yeah, no, I think we got to approach Cecil. You know, we need you guys in the chat to start adding Cecil, and say, like, you know, defend Oz. I mean, he's a victim, you know, and you know, if you can get away with looking like that, then Oz should surely be able to too. You know, we'll stir up some trouble.
I mean, the thing is, like, he does stream with Cecil, and
Yeah,
Cecil's got
that's
no
cool.
reason to wear a mask. He just wears a mask because he doesn't think he's handsome enough for TV,
Mhm.
which is funny when the people that are on CG YouTube, like you.
Yeah.
You're not.
Al?
Well, I mean, you're okay looking, but you're not particularly handsome. Like, if you wanted to wear a
breaking my
mask,
heart
I'd
here.
understand.
Yeah, you're breaking my heart here, Oz.
Breaking your fart.
Breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
Have you got any pictures of your current work? Can we show?
No.
Actually, do you want to bring your last construction video up and then share it with us, and then
Oh.
we'll go through that.
Sure. I wanted to get another one up, but I just haven't got enough progress made to justify a fourth video just yet. So let me pop over here and I'll do a bit of the old wizardry. I like to keep these nice and short to a few minutes, So
While you're bringing that up, I will advertise my my new project. Introducing Torso Soccer, the new way to engage with and support the Oz Show. There are 3 membership tiers to choose from. For only $1.99, you can have your avatar in the crowd watching the game, or advertise on our game banners running around the stadium. All members will have their avatars shown for the month, as well as other perks. Torso Soccer, part of the Oz Show's Disabled Olympics initiative. Become a member today and be featured in the crowd for all Disabled Olympic events. Torso Soccer!
So yeah.
I challenge you to Torso Soccer, John Mayland. You can't outplay me, John.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So yeah, let's deflect into this. You're gonna get John in here. He's gonna start yelling at you, man.
Guys, my name's Liam Gray. I'm founder of Conquest Comics, creative Xenotype, Wonder Island, Dino King, and a whole bunch of awesome stuff coming to you in 2021. This here is my little pet project that we've got. This is the studio, Today, I wanted to show you guys that I put the floor in and one of the walls. But as you can see, we had a bit of a rain problem. We ran out of daylight. And I talked a bit about that on yesterday's stream. So if you didn't go check that out, we'll have some fun there. But if you just come with me, we're just going up here. So as you can see, this is a space that I'm sort of going to be working with here. Nice and simple. My desk and workplace are going to be down here. We're going to have the printer here located, a few laminators, stuff like that. The baby stuff's going to be up in the corner. And of course, shelves and stuff will line my sort of walls. Now, today we finished doing the floor completely. We put up the temporary roof. If you just want to have a look here, so that I wouldn't have to worry about the sun while I was building with the rest of the project. These here are temporary. All of this is just temporary. These braces are sort of put in for walls and to sort of hold in the insulation. Got to do that over here, probably in the next few days, and get it all up and going. But we're having fun. As you can see here, these are just braces to stop the whole thing coming down so that it doesn't fall, And there's another one just sort of here. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. No parrots today. No parrots. But the Conquest Studio is on its way up. Thank you for watching. My name's Liam Gray. I'm like number 2 pencil. I've always got a point.
Do you like my little twirl, Oz? You see my little
Yeah,
twirl?
it's cool. You needed a skirt though.
Yeah.
You should dress up while you're building if you're gonna film it. Don't you think?
Yeah, well, probably.
There's gonna be a little bit of noise in the background because someone just came home and decided to make a coffee. So you're gonna hear the sounds of the kettle. I mean, I have this dedicated streaming time now, but some people just can't respect it.
Oh goodness.
So now this studio you're building, is it going to have power and water, or just power?
Yeah.
Or
No, not water. I'm not having water. I can literally just walk to the house for anything water related. It's gonna be fully powered. You know, I'm gonna have the Wi-Fi in there and electricity. But other than that, that's all. You know.
And what are we going to do there?
I'm going to create comic books. I'm going to stream. I'm going to get back to daily streaming back like in the day. I'm going to have everything set up, and I'm going to be releasing regular content, you know, regular weekly scripted content, you know, like a real boy YouTuber, and I'm going to be streaming on the regular, probably with your charming self from time to time.
Yeah. Every day, man. Every day.
Awesome. Yeah. Just like old school, you know, like back in the day. You know? So that's what's going on. I mean, I'm pretty busy, but it'll be nice to have my own sort of designated workspace in the house again, so that I don't have to be sort of bouncing around to like 2 different houses all the time to work. So, yeah.
Cecil's in the chat. Cecil, you tell that motherfucker John Malin, I'm coming for him. I'm coming for him.
Cecil, you can't hide from who you are, man. You're a mask man, like Oz here, and I don't know why you're siding with Malin in this when you know you should stick with your own kind. This is, you know, you got to defend Oz. You know, he needs you. You know, the mask men need representation. You know, and John Malin, he's coming down on him hard, man. He's coming down on him hard. It's going to create a rift. It's a rift, and I don't know if I'll be able to heal it. You know,
that motherfucker isn't even drawing anymore. Have you seen any drawings from him?
Oz is out here. Oz is making his own book. You know, he's dealing with his burn injuries, and you know,
you're building shit. You're like using your hands to build shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's me. I'm out there doing stuff, getting stuff done. You know,
I'm fucking Michelangelo over here.
Oh gosh.
I kind of feel like I should be having a French accent though when I'm wearing this mask, because I can't do a Spanish one.
Yeah. You might.
Because that would be racist.
But it's okay for the French. It's okay for the French. Oh goodness.
Cecile. Oh, was the first boiling of the kettle not enough? You got to boil it again.
It wasn't enough to make you a coffee. I'm trying to be quiet.
It's boiling the kettle twice.
She's got to make sure it's all, you know, it's
like, how bad is our water in Australia that we got to boil it twice?
I thought you missed it.
Twice boiled. We have twice. It's like you go to a restaurant and you have twice boiled coffee.
Like he's so ungrateful.
I'm gonna have to throw to something. Let's throw to something.
What?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to throw to though. Sign up to my book. Sign up to my book.
Yeah.
And what else do we got? Oh yeah, don't listen to John Malin. I'm not a psycho serial killer.
Yeah, he's never killed anyone that anyone can prove. You know.
Do you want to tell us what's going on with your projects at the moment?
Yeah, but I'm getting a phone call. So yeah, well, with my projects, let's see. Right now I'm wheeling, I'm dealing. I'm building I've finished Dino King basically. I'm just sort of building the Indiegogo campaign for it and putting together promotional art. That's 72 pages of awesome manga action from yours truly, you know. And
so what's that called?
Dino King: Edge of Extinction. You know, it's going to be a fun project. It's
explain to me Dino King. What?
I'd rather wait until I've got my proper pitch all put together, because there's a few little spoilers I don't want to give away. But overall, it's just sort of a fun. Well, I wouldn't say it's fun. It's sort of a a science fiction superhero story, I guess. In very much in the veins of Xenotype. It's set in the same universe as Xenotype, the same continent. If Xenotype was an urban story, then this would be a rural story, is the best way I could sort of frame it. And it's about this young man who's discovered in the woods by a family. He's taken in. They care for him, and he sort of begins to remember his past life a little bit and learn who he can sort of be. And then discovers that he can turn into a dinosaur, and dinosaurs try to, kill everyone. So it's it's great. It's you'll see, it's great. It's fun, classic comic book stuff. You'll see.
Right.
Now,
so it's like Dino Lad. He's like Dino Lad, and he turns dinosaur.
Yeah, basically. There's more to it than that. Like everything I do, there's more to it. But I don't want to. If I talk about it now, when I'm actually selling the book, everyone will have heard everything I've got to say. So we'll just wait. But if you got Xenotype, if you enjoyed it, then you'll probably enjoy this too. Well, nearly guaranteed. And let's see what else. There's I've got Wonder Island, which is coming out real soon. I've been putting my heart and soul into that, which is really great. It's I'm really excited for it. It's Manga Chen's birthday today. That's the other reason that I was more available. Like, I gave her the day off, so that was fun.
Okay. How old is she?
Well, old enough.
I have to drink this coffee out of a straw.
You got to drink everything out of a straw, don't you? Since you were burned horribly.
Well, I've got no real lips anymore. But I'm still a good kisser. Fuck off. We got a new member, Lord Finatra.
Thank you, Lord Finatra, and anyone else who wants to show their support too. Just for a few bucks, you can become part of the what did you call it? The Spurg race, the Potato Wars. I don't know. Whatever. Spurg Racer, yeah.
It's the Disabled Olympics.
Yeah. Get in there. Represent. Cecil says the number one thing guys wearing that mask say, she was already dead when I found her. I thought we'd have more support from Cecil.
Well, see, he obviously missed the beginning of the show where I was criticizing John for his lack of disability awareness, and he's just falling into the same trap. It's hurtful, and it's face shaming. It's ableism at its worst, really. Would you go up to, say you're walking in the street and there was a retard? He's got drool coming out the side of his mouth. He's walking with his arm a bit funny because he can't control his limbs. Would you go up to them and tell them to be better?
I don't know. Are they screaming motherfucker over and over and over again?
They're not.
Sorry.
So, Lord Finatra, thanks for becoming a member, and we'll stick you in the crowd for Torso Soccer, and we'll have a few new games of Torso Soccer up. I'll probably be paying it not tomorrow because we'll be on your show, but the day after.
Awesome.
Yeah. Victim HD for $5. Thank you very much. Says, tell us about Boy Island. The trailer was awesome that Kelsey put together. Thank God Oz is so much better than Finatra. Hi, Liam. What's he talking about there? Is that your other property?
No, there's no Boy Island from me. That's
what's it called?
My property's called Wonder Island. Wonder Island, Hero of Brightwater. That's what it is. It's an all ages fantasy adventure with a touch of European folklore, with sort of Ghibli and Disney sort of vibe to it. A little bit of Jungle Book, a little bit of Peter Pan, timeless fairy tale classic with a nice anime vibe. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably the best thing I'll put out this year.
So it's Wizard Island.
It's not Wizard Island. It's Wonder Island.
Why did you
keep
not
calling
call it Wizard Island?
There's only one wizard in the book. There's only one. There could be two, but one's a woman. I don't know. Is a girl wizard a wizard? I don't know. I'd probably call her more of a witch, than a wizard. But yeah.
But you realize you would sell more copies if it was called Wizard Island.
Probably, but I didn't even think of it at the time, and I'd have to get my whole logo redesigned, and I'm so far into development. I thought about completely dropping and changing the title altogether when the whole debacle with taking the piss out of the name started. I thought, well, maybe I couldn't call it like Wonderland or anything like that, because that's sort of too on the nose. So I was like,
now you want Wonder in the title because it's a reference to like Wonder Boy and
yeah, a little bit,
Wonder
yeah,
Island and all those things.
And also because I don't think that sort of amazing quite works. I wanted to have something that really spoke to sort of the spirit of awe that you have during childhood, where you can sort of find something and truly sort of be carried away by the imagination. And I think that wonder best represents that word, yeah, I went through a few different synonyms when I was doing, but as you said, it's also a reference to Wonder Boy.
Right. I love Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
That's a great game.
And it's basically forgotten, and it's a wonderful
really?
piece. Yeah. Not many people ever really reference it. Like, it's funny. Actually, Planet Tobor TV and I, we're working on an article, and regarding the sort of history of the property, because we looked it up on YouTube, and there was very little on the franchise at all. Like, no one's really talking about it. So we sort of started digging into it as a bit of a hobby and looking into the old games. And he's doing a gameplay series on it on his Twitch, which I think he has done the first episode. Not sure yet, but I know that it's planned. And yeah, so we've been sort of having a look at it and going back into the old stuff. It's been fun.
So Wonder, because like Wonder Boy, have you looked into the what was the Sega version? They did Alex Kidd, didn't they?
Yeah, they had Alex Kidd. See, that's another thing from the genre that I'm looking at. Like Alex the Kid, Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda. Like there's a whole genre of this stuff that's just sort of old retro style video games. It's really sort of fun and cute, and it doesn't really have anything in comics. So I wanted to do something a bit like that, but I mean, I know it sounds kind of silly, guys, but because there was so little story in these games when I was a kid, I would make up the stories in my head, So I just wanted to sort of try a little bit of that, take some of these old stories that I imagined while playing the game, rewrite them, change things, and turn it into a comic book series. So,
So Monsterland I've got on my Super NES, my retro one, because I bought the Super NES Mini. The Super NES Mini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're nodding, I can't see you because your camera's not on. What was I talking about? So my meds have just kicked in. What was I talking about?
You were talking about Alex the Kid and Wonder Boy and Super Nintendo stuff.
Oh yeah, Monsterland on the old Super NES, and that's actually a pretty cool game. My daughter got into that until the file got erased and she had to start from the beginning again. And then she I was like, welcome to fucking 8-bit world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Alex Kidd always intrigued me as a kid because it's basically ripped off Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
But then was never heard of again. And yet it came with every Sega. It wasn't the Genesis. Was it with the Master System?
Oh no, it was the Master System. Yeah, it came with every Master System here, I believe.
I think they called the Master System Genesis in the US.
No. The
And-
Master System was Oh geez, we need our expert in here. We should get Tobo in here. He'll set us straight. He says, yeah, there we are, Master System. Mega Drive is what we called it, Mega Drive. But I think that Wonder Boy came with the Master System as if I'm not mistaken, please guys correct me if I'm wrong, but it was the game that like even if you didn't have a cartridge, you could turn it on and play, right? Yeah, look, Jesus Christ, guys.
Hey, it's not our fault. Like, I don't understand. They called it the Super Famicom in was it in the US as well? Or just Japan? They called it the Famicom.
They called it the Famicom. Famicom home Famicom Family Computer, I believe it was called. Or Famicom stands for Family Computer, I'm not sure. He says also Monster Land was not on the SNES, so you're thinking about on Mega Drive, you know?
What am I playing?
Maybe the Mega Drive? Have you got Shinobi on that thing?
I love Shinobi. I love the music in Shinobi, man.
Shinobi 3.
That's one of the best games ever invented. It's just the perfect level of hardness. Like the difficulty is just spot on. Like you can't tweak it any more or less to have the difficulty in that game any better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. Good.
People are really upset at me now. They're like, you said 8-bit, now it's 16-bit. You said Genesis and it's the Mega Drive. You know what? When I was a kid, I didn't have much parental supervision, but what I did have was all the consoles. So, who needs food when you can be bought a console instead, right? That's how parenting goes.
Yeah.
So I had the Sega. Now we're gonna say Sega or Sega.
I'm gonna say Sega because they'll make them angry and they want to be angry when they're watching us.
Yeah.
So
TurboGrafx 16. I also had the what was it? The Lynx, the Atari Lynx. It was like a colored handheld.
The handheld. I only ever knew one other person to have that. Like I don't know if you remember him at all, but Uncommon Sense or whatever his name was, or whatever he went by. He was an old guy that was around in the early days. He I know him from real life, and he had one of those.
I see Uncommon Sense around.
Yeah.
I swapped my Lynx for a. I swapped my Lynx for. Shit, I can't remember. It was something better though, because the battery life on that just died, and the only good game on that was like BMX. Like, there's like a BMX stunt game on it, and that was the only.
Yeah, Wilberforce says Joe and Mac was the dinosaur game. Joe and Mac was
California Games.
fun.
Yeah, that was the only good game when there was California Games, and it was only the BMX stunt that was cool in that game.
Mm-hmm. Samba says I still have an Atari Lynx.
Well, I'd be surprised if it still works, but he probably didn't play it much because it was so shit.
Hey, no, if you have a look here in the chat, there's a whole bunch of cheering for it. Like Samba Gogo says it was awesome, Anon have the 32X attachment for the Genesis. Did we even get that here in Australia? I saw that way back when when James Rolfe was doing, AVGN stuff, and I was like, I've never even seen that. Like we sort of had the Sega CD, right? The Mega CD, which you attached to your Mega Drive, and that was it, right? I don't think
I ever even saw a Mega CD.
Really?
Well, no. Well, with what games? It just went straight to the Dreamcast, I thought.
I don't know. All I remember, because my friends had gaming consoles and stuff, so like I would go over to their houses and just stare in awe at these things. And I got given a Mega Drive 2, like when it became not like the smaller one that came with Sonic 2. I got given that secondhand when another one of my friends got given another one for his birthday by his grandmother. So like me and my little brother would play that on the little TV. But like I knew a few people that had like the Mega CD. It had like that cool Terminator game on it. It had like it had
Is
this
that the
game where like
Terminator side scroller?
yeah, and it
That
had
thing
like
rocked.
yeah, it was awesome, and I remember seeing that in stores too. You know, like on screens, like come and you could like play it for a little while, and it also had like this game where you were like a helicopter. I can't remember what it was called, and it was like it was kind of like a movie that you sort of controlled where you had to press left and right and just the right time and shoot the missiles at the right time, or you died in like an animated movie sequence sort of thing. I saw that around a lot, and there was also like this cool sort of like Gladius knockoff where it was like sort of like just sort of like a side scrolling shooter, you know, but you're in a spaceship that had really cool graphics that I remember. But I mean, that's all. It's been so many years, guys. Cobra Command. I think that, yeah, I think Michael Fowler's got the name. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's so many great games. I mean,
yeah, look
that
at everyone
era of computer games was just amazing. And there were so many shit games as well. That's the great thing. Like, I remember I was reading Archie comics, and at the back of Archie comics, they had a list of all the Nintendo games that you could buy. And it was just like, it was like a full page of like tiny little writing. There must have been, I don't know, 600, 800 games just all listed
So
there with a little checkbox.
I've got this old, like, this is how poor I was. I've got this old Sega Mega Drive gaming magazine, but it's like had a spine on it. It was that thick, where it was like reviewing
The
all of the different games.
magazines, oh my god, the magazines back then were so good, so good.
Yeah,
Like
I've still
I
got
used
it.
to buy the Super NES one. I'm trying to remember what it was called, and it was so cool. And
Nintendo
all
Power?
the art on the
Yeah, was it Nintendo Power? Is that what you're talking about?
I can't remember. I'll look it
But
up.
anyway, so I've got this game, right? I've got this game, and this is how starved for games I was back in, you know, like back in the early days. So, rural Australia, you know, like, so I've got this like old gaming magazine, like, well, it's like a book that I got, that used to belong to someone else. Like they were throwing it out. It's like, I'll keep it. I've got it to this day, and there's this one game in it that I've been looking for ages, and I always forget about it. But it's like it's a side-scrolling shooter with a little spaceship, but it has the ability where you can like macro style turn into a little robot and run around and shoot people. And I was like, I would have done anything to play that game as a kid. Like I remember sitting there staring at the magazine, just thinking like, why don't we get cool games like this? Like, where is this stuff? But like, this just never showed up in my hometown.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. I was always amazed by American culture, where they had access to all this stuff. You know, like it was all there. You could actually go and buy it. In Australia, I think we had like the Super NES would come out, and we probably had about 20 or 30 games. I used to go down to the video store each week and rent out a new game. You could rent them for the week.
Yeah.
And then I'd finish that and then go back in and get another one. And oh my god,
I still remember the first time. I still remember the first time I saw Mario. You know what I mean? Like I'd gone up to a friend's place, you know, and he just sort of was like playing this thing. I was like, what is that? Like what's that thing there? And he's like, oh, this is a Nintendo, you know, like he was like playing the Fly Swatter game on it, you know, like the Mario Paint game. I said, oh, that's pretty cool. Like that's interesting. He said, oh no, you want to see something real cool? And then he went and he got Duck Hunt and he showed me Duck Hunt. And I thought, oh, that's rad. And then he showed me Mario Brothers for the first time, right? The very first Mario Brothers game. And it just blew my fucking mind. I was like, holy shit. Like, wow. It's like, can I play this? He's like, no, you can watch. I said, okay. So I just sat there and I watched him for like an hour and a half. And yeah, it's good memories. And just like, it changed everything. It changed the whole way that games were sort of well, everyone's heard it a million times before, but yeah, it just blew my tiny little child mind that something like that could even exist, you know?
Yeah, my friend, he was rich and he bought a Super Famicom so that he could play more games because all the games that were released in Japan, obviously we didn't get here and probably didn't get in the US as well. So they had some really funky, cool RPG games that we just never saw. And yeah, he used to get those and I'd play them, but of course they're all in Japanese. You can't see shit. But yeah, it was just amazing. In Japan, I always wanted to go because they would show in this magazine all the Famicom games that were coming up and which ones weren't making it to Europe. And essentially we got, because we're on the PAL system,
Yeah.
PAL, instead of the NTSC, which is what the US was on. We got all the British games essentially. So whatever was released into Europe is what we got in Australia. So I was always fascinated by what was released in Japan and the US.
Yeah, it's wild, you know, it's wild. And there's so much stuff, you know, and like there's so much cool stuff. Even to this day, like I would love to, in fact, I might talk to Matt and get things set up so that I can go back when I've got the better internet connection set up at this place and the direct feed and the studio's done. And I might do some retro replay streams where I go back and I play some old Sega and Nintendo games that I knew of from when I was a kid but never got to play. That would be fun, you know, just half an hour, short little streams.
Yeah. Yeah, I played Star Fox 2, which never got released anywhere in the world. And but they released it on the mini SNES. So that was cool.
What was that?
It's kind of like a cross between what the old Star Fox game was, which is like, the really rough polygon ships, which just blew my mind as a kid. Like these 3D polygons coming out. And also sort of like a StarCraft kind of thing where you're choosing which solar system to develop. It's really weird. I can see why they didn't release it. It's kind of strange. Victim HD for $5. Thank you very much. Very generous today. Says, what do you think Nintendo is going to think about Boy Island? I mean, Nintendo RPG Maker, Wonder Island. Finatra is horrible. Hi again, Liam. So Wizard Island. I think he's talking about Wizard Island.
You're gonna make me remake this logo and retitle the whole fucking book, aren't you, Oz? I have to call it Wizard Island.
I just know that if I released a book called Wizard Island, I would sell 10 times as much as you with Wonder Island.
Does the chat agree? Do I need a better title? Let me know. Let me know, chat. One for yes.
As a complete, unknown entity who hasn't had a wonderful publishing, life such as yourself experience, and having released your Xenotype and this tomb of a book, established creator. I reckon that if I released a book called Wizard Island and you released Wonder Island and we went head to head on Indiegogo, I reckon I'd sell 10 times as much, just based on the fact that it's called Wizard Island.
Interesting. I don't know. It just doesn't fit. Like I wanted it to be reminiscent of awe and majesty and endless expanse and imagination. And I just don't know if Wizard captures that the same way, But money is money, Call it Race to Witch Mountain, That's a pretty good title,
Wizard Island sounds worse to me.
Or, like for rowing.
Or.
I don't think that'd be a very good title for a book. Or. I guess it could be. Could be about this badass Asian fisherman, like that kills guys and fights off evil mermaids with an oar, like the that work that was done by what's it called, Mermaid Forest. Same sort of theme, but with a maybe.
So
a Chinese
essentially,
guy.
it's just a dude in a boat with an oar that cruises around killing mermaids.
Yeah. Why
That's
not?
pretty cool.
Why not?
Why is he killing mermaids? Because they're summoning people to their death?
Yeah, they drown men.
And
They
he's
drown.
deaf. He's deaf.
Oh, he's deaf,
And
so
it's
they
his-
can't lure him in.
It's
with their
his
sirens
duty.
on.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. But the
Yeah.
mermaids, they're all fucking jacked up. Like
Yeah.
like they're tough ass bitch mermaids. Like they're not hot
They
ones.
can like look. They can look beautiful, but then they like turn into horrible, cannibalistic monsters and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah,
there's-
they like shoot shit out, like tentacles out of their mouth, and they like wrap around the boat and stuff, and he's like bashing them with this fucking oar.
Yeah, and they can get like these long, like needle-like fingernails that like can pierce a man's heart through his chest and shit. Yeah, no, yeah, fuck the mermaids. That's right. Yeah. Oh goodness. Or boy.
Or
See, Perth, now I want to make a book called Or Boy Perth. Just
oh boy.
Oh boy. We've got to go back classic superhero stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
What about Or Guy?
Or Guy's not bad too.
Wonder Or Wonder.
No wonder for this. Or I also think that there's something pretty just powerful. Like on the cover, you have like a nice logo that's wood, and it just says Or, right? Like it's got some muffs and some muffs. It's got some scuffs and stuff in it. You know,
It's
what
got
I mean?
muffs written. It's got muffs on it. There's a muff on there for every mermaid he has slain. There's a drawing of a muff.
That's horrible.
And he's taken.
Fucking hell.
He's taken muff scalps.
Oh my god! Look, Warfare, like warfare, right? From Planet Turbo TV, the Aurea, like the warrior, but it's look. I think that we've found something with all. I think that Mike Miller is inadvertently a genius and has given me a wonderful concept to play with. Don't steal my concept, guys. Don't steal. Hashtag Or is ours. Take my money, says Perth Comics.
See, Or sounds so much like whore. But there's got to be a way we can work this into like. Come on, chat,
look,
help us out here.
I can tell a good story. If I take this seriously, I can tell a good story about a man isolated on a boat, surrounded by death, not knowing when they'll come for him, having his duty and his responsibilities, like the price that is being paid by other people. Like you can do human connection, the sort of cost, the danger of beauty and the horror of reality. Like I can work with this whole concept and make it good. I just don't have the time.
Or house.
Or house. Oh, that's the name of his like his base of operation where he keeps his little boat and everything, Crackor Island.
It could be cracked Or. He could have this like lightning crack through his oar. And this is my crack Or. Like, I'll fuck you up with my crack Or, buddy.
You have Crackor Island be a location in the place where there's like a sunken ship or whatever, and it's sort of, you recognize it by just this one broken oar that's like out on a rock, sort of, so that's like a forbidden place that you're not meant to go, and that's Crackor Island. It's like pirate this shit up,
Mm.
I love creating. Or the high cost of swimming.
The high cost of swimming. That's pretty funny. Well, I mean, turning a disability into a superpower, I think there's some legs to that.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Law and Order.
That's terrible.
Liam just described Life of Pi, says Vicky. I haven't actually seen Life of Pi. Is it good? Like, is it?
No, it's not really. It's okay. If you look at it now, the special effects aren't that great. Back then, it was the beginning of the whole go see our movies in 3D again. So they're playing it on the IMAX in 3D, and that's what the whole appeal of that movie was. Like, they go to islands and there's butterflies that come out at you and shit like that. So that's the whole deal with that.
I live in a small rural town, guys. Like I was showing a mate of mine around earlier today, actually, around the Google maps. I was like, this is what my town looks like. It's like our theater is a historical monument. It doesn't have like cool 3D or anything like that. It doesn't have like shaking seats. It's literally like something straight out of the 1970s, So
they wrote themselves into a corner as well, and so they just ended it as like it's all just a dream. And so it's like, fuck you guys. Like, you don't make me sit through a movie and then say, and then it was all a dream. Like, don't ever do that. Ever.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool, man. Don't get me invested in a story and then do that to me.
Yeah.
So, all right. Do you want to play something? Because I've just got to have a quick toilet break. I'm sorry, guys, but I just drank a liter of fluids. I've been on this diet, and I've lost 15 kilos, Liam. Like, I'm so awesome. Slim now. I'm like skinny. Let me stand up. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah. Good job.
Thin ass, mate.
Dude, I was dropping weight, right? I'd cut out sugar and stuff. I was down like 6 kilos, right? And I was like, I'm doing good. And then Easter happened. And like, I'm a garbage disposal, you know what I mean? Like as a man, that's my job. So like I'm walking around, it's like, oh, this is a half-eaten Easter egg that the kids left here. I'll eat that. I was like, this is a half-eaten Easter egg here. I'll eat that. And then Easter came off. I put it all back on and an extra 5 kilos. It's like, so now I'm dropping back down again. I was like, I undid all my work and more just by eating the leftover eggs so that we didn't have
that's it. You need more children.
Yeah, that's right.
And just feed the chocolate to your dogs. They don't mind it.
No, you dickhead. No, don't feed chocolate to dogs, guys. That's dangerous.
It's an urban myth. It doesn't poison them.
No, it's not. It's poisonous to them. They can't digest it.
No, who's our handsome vet that's always on television? The guy with the big square jaw, Dr. Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Dr. Chris says it is, isn't it?
Anyway, go on.
Terrible. Anyway, he says that he's never had a dog he's never had a dog die of chocolate.
Well, good. Crocodile hunter. Yeah, it was Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin said it.
Yeah, Steve Irwin said, as he was feeding a dead crocodile.
Yeah.
Dead crocodile. As he was feeding a dead dog to his crocodiles.
Yeah.
Did you know that crocodiles really love dogs, Liam?
Yeah, I did actually. I did.
Yeah. Have you heard a crocodile barking?
No, I haven't.
So when I used to go out shooting cans, and we'd line up all the cans across the bank of a riverbank, and then we'd go cross this log and go around to the other side of the bank, and we'd shoot the cans from there. And in the water, there's like heaps of crocs. So it's a dangerous exercise getting across this log. And also we had a dog. As the dog would go close to the edge of the bank, the water would sort of vibrate a little bit. Have you seen the crocodiles vibrating their skin?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. They do the shaking thing.
Yeah. Crocodiles can vibrate their skin, and it's like it makes the water just like froth up a bit and like go really weird, and then they bark, and they it sounds a lot like a dog barking, but kind of like coming from a lizard. So it's like a lizard bark. And as the dog gets closer, like you hear this barking, and they can smell the dog, and they just love it. So if you ever go to the beach in the north of Australia, don't take a dog swimming with you, but do take a dog on the beach with you, because they'll leave you alone, maybe. And and go onto the beach if you've got a dog there.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lizard bark is a very, very interesting phenomenon. All right.
Interesting. I've got nothing to play or anything.
You've got nothing at all.
I've got nothing at all. You know.
All right. I'll
but,
be
you know, I
back.
can let-
I'll be back. You just have a chat to the chat.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys company for a while. You know, I think I can do that. And look, there's no Tard Wrangler. There's no handler. What's Liam gonna say? What's Liam gonna do? I know. Planet Turbo says, lizard bark. So please don't use that word in the chat, Edward. You clearly know the relevance of it. You know that it's a racial slur. Can get Oz's channel in trouble. Please don't do it. Yeah, well, maybe I should read the book for Life of Pi. If it was a best-selling book, I mean, that could be fun. But the no more late-night sandwiches. This is true. You know, I do have a bad habit of eating right before bed, which is something I got to stop. I mean, I think it's time. You know, I'm building. I'm doing the best I can here to sort of get things going. Maybe it's time I drop my sugar again. It's been enough time since Easter. So I'm going to make it official here live. I'm dropping sugar again. I'm not going to be eating anything with sugar in it anymore. Just natural sugars like apples. I do that for a few months and I sort of slim myself down enough so that I don't have to die. Look, the first thing that Vicky versus and I have ever agreed on, chocolate makes dogs sick. Please, guys, like, look after your animals. Don't feed them chocolate. You know, it's you know, I'm a big animal lover. I know that makes me gay or whatever, but you know, I think that animals are cool. I like them more than people, so treat them well. They trust us, and they got all the best aspects of people, none of the bad. They trust and they're good and take care of animals. Camped by a billabong under the shade of an yes, they're taking me back to preschool. Shooting milk at the creek. Don't know what that's about. Got Felix here. How you doing, Felix? Liam, say something to get Oz channels banned. No, I won't do that. You know. Edwin Marla says, I don't understand the significance of the Aboriginal slur as a slur. Okay, so I'll answer you honestly here, man. This isn't me doing a bit. This isn't me picking on you, but it's the Australian equivalent of the N-word. I know that some people freely and openly use it, but a lot of people freely and openly use the N-word too. It disparages the first people. It was used, well, Oz, you're back. Welcome. Would you care to explain why that word disparages the first people and why we don't use it here on the show?
Which
why
one?
we do not show the A word, and why we don't show depictions of deceased Aboriginal peoples or you know, or their audio?
It's a cultural sensitivity issue. So yeah, I mean, Abo is like a derivative of Aboriginal. So yeah, it doesn't sound like, you know, it's just a shorthand version, but it's just being used so like the N word, which I'm not allowed to say, is just a derivation of the French Negro for black, right? And so if you go and buy paints, it's got Negro written on it, and all the rest of it. And so yeah, it's just a derivation of a word, but it's being used as a classification of a race, essentially. So it's like, you know, it's always got a pejorative term in front of it, so that's why we don't use it. It's not like it's a forbidden word. If you use it, you're not going to get cancelled like in the US if you use it, but we just don't use it because, like,
but it can get your
channel
struck. It can get your channel struck down and removed. It is actually enough to get your channel struck. So it's just best avoided and not done. You know, like, and there's no reason to use it. There's plenty of other words that you can use without needing to do something that's going to upset a whole bunch of people. I mean, unless that's what you want to do. If you want to upset a whole bunch of people and ruffle feathers, go for it. But I mean, you know, you're being an arsehole for no reason.
And also, yeah, and also like Aboriginal people don't use it for themselves. It's not like African Americans that, you know, they'll use slur words about each other. Like it's not really something that is ever used unless it is just like wanting to insult someone that's got, you know, Aboriginal
So, what
skin.
do you use to describe the Indigenous people of Australia then? Well, they're the first, the First Nation, First People, Aboriginals. Those are
Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders,
Mhm.
which is a bit of a pain to say. So normally they just say Indigenous. So what we have here is we've got a whole bunch of Cracoa Islands around the top of Australia. They're all tropical islands, and there's a bunch of Indigenous people that live there, and they don't like to be lumped in with mainland Aboriginal people. They consider themselves as different people, even though they have very similar culture and aesthetic appearance. So they want to be called Torres Strait Islanders, which was the band of Cracoa Islands at the top of Australia. And yeah, so we just say Indigenous people, which again
holy
is
shit. We have Bad Boy Bubby in the chat. Fucking hell. Do you know what Bad Boy Bubby? Do you know the reference of Bad Boy Bubby? You know where that's from?
yeah, that movie with what's his face.
My God, that's like peak. Like wow. That's an obscure Australian film about a deranged mother who locks up her son in her house and tells him that if you go outside you'll die. There's poison outside, And so this guy grows up his whole life inside this one room with his mother. She ends up banging him, and it's all deranged. It's full psycho crazy stuff. And then he kills her by wrapping her in Glad wrap, and he gets out into the real world, and he's becomes a serial killer with Glad wrap. It's a deranged movie. They made us watch it like way back in the day as a study, and I thought this is fucked up. Like,
Yeah, it's a really wacky movie.
yeah.
Can you see this one? She's a bit black, isn't she?
Yeah. I can hear her purring away.
Oh yeah, she's constantly purring. The Mr. Wonderful says, "Well, all the Aboriginals I've ever known just use the term black fellas and white fellas." Yeah,
yeah.
It's there's a great song. Have you heard? I think it's by Black Fella Mewjack. Have you heard Black Fella White Fella?
No. Do you want to play?
No, I'm not sure I can get away with playing it.
Yeah, no, you probably get
But
yourself.
it goes, black fella, white fella, it doesn't matter what your color, just as long as you're good fella, you can be a friend of me.
Yeah, I think I've heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
It's a great song. Oi, fuck off. Stop it. Oh, shit. She's attacking my my cool feather.
That's
I went to the...
what's that from?
It's from a wild goose.
That's big. That's a big
Yeah,
goose.
it's massive. I went to a farm, not a farm, a zoo, like a reptile zoo not long ago. And they had all these wild birds, and I found this on the ground. And I made a few videos as well. I'll probably show them as well, because they had... Fuck off. She's fucking broken it. Stop it.
Oh, gosh.
Ah, she broke my quill.
Oh, that sucks. He seems to be having a good time with it, though.
Put her on the ground. So, yeah. And so they had about 5 Tassie Devils, all in pens, and they were feeding them like other dead birds that had died in the park. And it was cool, because I think that was the first time that I've actually seen like an actual live Tassie Devil. We don't have them in the zoo here.
Yeah, I've seen them down up at the Australia Zoo, like where the Irwins are and stuff. They've got a few of them up there, but I've never seen them elsewhere anywhere in my life. You'd think that people would have them as sort of little pets and stuff, because they seem manageable, but Then everyone says that they're too wild, but I don't know. I reckon that if you got them from babies and actually looked after them, they probably be like anything else, and you could domesticate them. But you're not allowed to have. You're not allowed to have. What do you call it? You're not allowed to have native animals as pets and stuff. So I don't know.
God damn. Attacking my brushes now.
Yeah.
Must be
Don't let
hungry.
it destroy your art supplies, man. Just
Yeah, I
wants
know,
attention.
right?
Wants to
Yeah.
be famous on YouTube like everyone else.
I had a birthday party the other day.
Mhm.
And I made some fairy bread.
Mhm.
I'm going to see whether this works. I'll just play it in the background. Maybe not.
You can get a permit, says Mr. Wonderful. I've always thought it'd be cool to have like a kidness, like, you know, or have like a koala that just you fenced off so it's just stuck in this one tree, you know? You just like have a koala, but I just don't think you can do it. Like, there are some cool native birds, you know, that would be nice to have as pets. Like, we've got a guy up the road who's got a cockatoo, and that thing's
He's got a
huge. And it
cockatoo.
goes, hello, yeah, it goes, hello, fellas, when you walk past the house. So pretty cool. I was thinking about filming it, but then I thought, oh, they'll be filming this guy's house, and then you know what happens.
I don't think you'd want to have a koala as a pet unless it was like you're doing it for YouTube or something. And even then, they're such boring animals, you know.
Mm-hmm. They live so long, though, hey?
Well, you would if you slept 22 hours a day. I mean, they're only awake for literally 2 hours. So it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what if those 2 hours are like, you know,
making grunting
at
noises
a really inconvenient time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Smugpug says, talk about your stupid comic book, Oz. You asked us to sign up for a book we know nothing about. Well, that's why it's a sign up page, Smugpug. So in the description below, if you want to click the link, it'll take you to my Indiegogo sign up page. And you'll be able to see it's a superhero book. And yeah, you'll see a bit more about that. Tom says, will Titan, God King of Earth, be printed under the Conquest Comics banner? No. It's an Ozark Creations creation. And then Victim HD for $2. Thank you very much again. Says, go buy Micah's favorite book at micahcurtis.com. I'm guessing that that's some kind of weird, dangerous site. So I wouldn't go there. But thank you very much for the super chat. Michael Cantus. I mean, that's pretty funny. Well Hung and Dung says, don't koalas all have syphilis and cry like bitches?
Oh, gosh. No, it's chlamydia. It's chlamydia. And not all of them.
Yeah, it's the clap. Chlamydia. It all comes back to the clam.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Whether it's government money or hard-earned money, I don't mind as long as it's being super chatted, right? All goes to supporting this channel.
How's the Doge going? Are you still in the
let's have a look.
Last I heard, you'd journeyed into the realm of Bitcoin. You'd taken a note out of Mike Miller's book, and you were like, "I'm gonna take all my profits and I'm gonna put them into Doge." How's that going?
Not even profits, just all super chat money, all internet monies go straight to Doge.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a look. Let's see where Doge is at. Where are we? Let's have a look. It was trending on Twitter.
Can you guys hear that buzzing? Is that coming through my audio or not?
What kind of buzz is it?
You can't hear anything?
Can you hear a buzz?
No,
And
I can't.
what if-
Well, good. Never mind. If you can't, then that's good. Let's move on. So yeah, Doge.
Doge, yeah. So where are we at with Doge? Doge is doing fine, apparently. I'm really hoping that it. Oh yeah, so it's up 15% today. So it's up. Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, I mean, I give financial advice on my show, and I advise everyone to buy Dogecoin because it's the people's coin, and that we're going to use on Mars. And really, the only way it can go is up, as far as I can see. Imagine if you bought Bitcoin when it was at 40 cents. Well, now it's at 60,000 or something. 45, 50, 60,000. See?
Nice.
Mike Miller knows what I'm talking about. Elon Musk is on Saturday Night Live this week and Doge will pump. Yeah, you can be guaranteed that there's going to be a Doge sketch there. So
I'll tell
take
you what.
all your life savings.
I'll put a small investment into Doge just for yours. I'll trust your judgment, and you can talk me through it. Since I haven't done any of this before, and I'll put a small but generous donation into Doge, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, what you need to do is you need to take your tipping jar that was allocated for me and convert that money into Doge. And you can't go wrong.
Beautiful.
Basically, you can't go wrong buying Doge. You're either supporting the average man and woman fighting against the cultural elite with Doge, bringing down the American dollar. That's what we want. We want the USD to be replaced with Doge, essentially. The way I see it is Bitcoin is like gold. You invest in Bitcoin, you can't really take it out and use it that easily. And that's like a value store. And then Doge is actually like the coin that you use to tip people and purchase products and things like that.
How do you spend Doge? Like, let's say I want a hamburger. I got a hunkering for a hamburger, and I say, hey, I got like 10,000 Doge, and this hamburger is like $3. How do I get that hamburger using Doge? How do I do it? What do I do?
So essentially what you would do is that you would go and order it online, right? Or you go into the store and you'd have your phone app out, and it wouldn't be $3. It would be like $6 Doge. So it'd be like the cost of this hamburger is 6.17 Doge, and then you would just buy it as that. Especially if you're on Mars, they wouldn't even give you dollars. If you were on Mars today, hanging around with the helicopter, you wouldn't be using USD. You'd be using Doge.
Cool. And you know that I'm a dog lover. I love me, so this is some dog coin. I'll do that. I'll trade in doggery dues.
See, Mr. Wonderful, he bought fucking cat. He bought into Ether at 1,500 Australian dollars. Life is good right now. I bought into Doge at 15 cents, I think. No, 9 cents. And now it's at, what is it? 50, 40, 50. So yeah, it's all good. But I wish I had more money in it. So if people want to super chat me or become members, all that money is going straight into Doge. So you're essentially investing in Doge just by watching my show and subscribing to my show and even becoming members and super chats. It all goes towards Doge. So you are all part. This whole community is part of the bigger social deconstruction of the financial system.
Yeah.
What do you think
Wow.
about that?
Wowee.
It's kind of the
Here
power.
I was working for a living. Who'd have thought? You know, just trust
Well,
the
it's-
Doge.
I don't really call what you do working.
That's hurtful. That hurts my heart.
Well,
What do you mean?
dude, we sit around making funny books. We're not really working.
Well, you know, I consider it work. I'm pretty busy. You know, it's if you don't autistically focus on getting it done every single day and do nothing else, then you will never get it finished. You know, and that's time that I'm sacrificing away from friends and family and, you know, fun to just. I guess you're right. I do really love my job. I don't know, but it is work. You know, like
You're not breaking
it's
a
not
sweat. Like compare building your studio to making a comic book, right? Now imagine if building your studio was your daily work.
Yeah, that would.
You wouldn't be
suck.
like,
Especially, dude, like I never want to dig another post hole. Digging out the bells in the bottom of the post, like through the clay, like fuck, man, it sucks so hard. And I was thinking, like, all right, we're gonna get this up and going, and then it was sort of easier as we went higher and higher and higher as we build more and more on. But those first few days, like that wrecked me. I was like, dude, I'm so fat and out of shape, like fucking, and I'm digging through just clay, wet clay. It's hell. But yeah. And then having to finish your job and be like, all right, this is done, and then having to go and do it again on another site, that sucks.
yeah. And waking
And
up in the morning and your body's already sore. That's the big kicker.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's been for me, where we've been raising up these walls and everything like that, where I've been doing that because like I'm just using like pulleys and stuff to do it. And it's like the backs of my arms from like my elbow to like my shoulders are sore, like they're knotted, you know what I mean? And as soon as I wake up in the morning, they're sore again. It sucks.
Yeah.
And
There
then
really
having
is
to-
nothing. Yeah, as someone who worked in construction for many years, there's nothing worse than coming back from, say, a vacation and then going to work and then waking up the next day realizing, oh my God, that's right. It hurts to wake up every morning.
Yeah.
Because your body slowly heals itself, and then it's like it's so slow you don't notice that you've woken up without pain, and then the next time you wake up with pain. You're like, oh shit, that's right.
Yeah. And
so what we do isn't working.
Yeah, the only thing that's come close with that, with like with comics and stuff, is just like the social crap that you catch, and that's like not the same. And like sometimes I'll get so little sleep that I'll get like migraines and neck aches, and my back will hurt a bit. But I mean, that's nothing compared to just like having to do this every day. Like it would be hell.
But having said that, the benefit of a hard day's work in physical labor can't be overestimated.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, I feel good about it. That's something that like I know that like I'm not, you know, like people take everything I say with a grain of salt, but when I first started building, I built a cupboard. I don't know if you remember that. I showed photos of it way back in the day. I built not a cupboard.
Is that the one that fell on your head and cracked it open?
Yeah. Well, fuck you. But I built shelving, right? And I built that from tree to shelf, right? Every step, like I cut down the tree, I turned it into lumber, and then I turned the lumber into a shelf, right? Like I did it all. And that, honest to God, was one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Like it feels so fulfilling, and so like it triggers something in your mind as a man. Like it gives you sort of a feeling of accomplishment. And then it's the same thing here when I started doing this. It was like I could have hired a bunch of construction equipment to do it and just dig out the post holes with a bobcat or whatever, you know. But then I thought, like, no, I want to do it all by hand from the ground up with everything that, you know, it might come off looking shoddy compared to if I got like a professional to build it for me. But like this I'll get to say, like, I built this, you know, and I got to do this, and I figured it'd be fun. And it has been. It's been like, I get to the end of a work day and I'm like, I got so much further than I thought I could, you know? It's just so much fun. Sorry, I'm rambling.
No, that's all right.
But
yeah, I mean, making stuff is cool.
Yeah.
And as much as physical labor sucks, and like having to face it each day sort of thing, once you adjust that mindset that you're going to be doing it, it can actually be quite fulfilling in a kind of strange, weird way.
Yeah.
Of course, nothing like,
it beats sitting around all day and yelling at people on the internet. Like, I'm not even saying that with a sense of irony. Like, fucking, it's a lot more rewarding, you know?
Yeah. Although, like, having a book or a product that you've made sort of land on your desk is probably far superior of a feeling than seeing a building.
You know what? No, maybe I'm just spoiled, but like, it's good. But like, I felt so much better by actually constructing buildings and things. Like building the shelf, doing physical labor stuff is more sort of satisfying. I'm just I know how to do this, so that's what I've been doing. Like, that's the honest truth. But I love doing what I do. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I don't want to be a guy that works in construction, but I do love it. Like, it is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Anyone that's just sort of sitting around, if you've got a shed, just sitting out there or projects waiting and you haven't done it, go give it a shot. Like, you'll probably be surprised. That's because I'm rambling.
I mean, it's the only issue is it takes 90% job done, and it's that final 10% of the job that takes the rest of the time, which is super frustrating sometimes. So you just got to not get upset that last bit is taking forever.
Yeah, like with the electrical,
So
like, I don't know anything about electrical. Like, I'll probably end up.
We can't do electrical in Australia anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'll probably end up getting baked and lying dead. But I'm actually gonna get an electrician in to do all the electrical stuff. But one of my good friends, again, Uncommon Sense, his brother is an electrician, like professional guy here local, so he's gonna do it all for me. So
cool.
That'll be fun. But I'm gonna watch him and learn how to do it. Talk me through it, so I can explain it to the lovely people at home.
Yeah. And have you received any criticism with regard to your building?
Oh, endlessly.
Have people been harassing you?
No, actually, you know what? I've actually had a tremendous amount of support. I've had a whole bunch of people like making assumptions, like putting everything I do under a microscope, saying that, oh, Liam's building this from a YouTube video and other weird things like that. And it's like, no, I'm not. Like claiming they know what the wood is or this or that, or like, you can't do this. Like, earlier Vickyverse was saying, like, Liam, you built it so high, how are you going to build sand up to the base level? It's like, well, you're throwing criticism at me. You clearly weren't even listening to what I was telling you I was going to do, because that's retarded and not what I'm going to do. Like, the sand goes in the ground under the place, and then the concrete goes down on top of that, and then the bricks go down on top of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a platform underneath. It's not going to be like built up to like, the floor level. Like, that's retarded. Like, it's like, and these people want to tell me how to do what I'm doing, and it's like, they clearly have no clue what it is I am actually doing. And it's like, why don't you just sit back and enjoy it and watch it happen? But I've had a couple of people say, like, oh, if I was in Australia, I'd come and I'd help you. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's the attitude I want. I was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's fucking do this thing. And, like, let's create something fun and have positive energy. And, when it's done, I'll write people's names in the side of it and it'll be there for generations, like I'm going to get a nice bit of limestone and like engrave people's names in the side of it and set it into the side of the building. It's going to be epic, like, but instead critics, it's like, what do you get out of it? You have no fucking clue what you're on about 90% of the time. So anyway,
we probably don't have a lot of construction engineers watching Comic Skate streams, to be fair.
Twitless says, good luck with your project, Liam. Thank you, Twitless. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's cedar and absorb. It's not cedar.
We don't have
wrong.
cedar in Australia.
We don't have cedar in Australia. But they know. They're going to tell you everything. You got to listen to them. News on their channel first, all about Liam. No wonder why I take my videos down. Guys, if I stopped taking my videos down, what would everyone make content on? What would everyone make content on if not for the Liam? For me, the fun part's going to be like, how many times can these people be wrong about everything before people start being like, wow, they've been wrong about 100 things in a row. So, just mark up a little tally on the wall. We'll see how long people keep listening to folks. But yeah, no, it's not cider, It's not cedar, I should say. Yeah, it's funny. But anyway.
Yeah, we only have cedar in Australia for cladding. But you're not cladding it anyway. You're cladding it with tin.
Mm-hmm. No. That's just temporary. Like we're gonna use. I'm gonna use like this rock stuff, like not chip rock. It's got another name.
What, like magnesium oxide or something?
Yeah, something like that. I think. I don't know. I have to look it over. I was like talking to like, people about it, and they're like, this is best for this, da da da. I was like, all right, well, I'll go with that. But yeah, no, the tins that's on it right now, that's all just temporary to keep the sun out, and also because the girls have been going up and using, like the neighbor girl, and have been coming over and using it as like a little dance studio in the meantime, and we don't want anyone falling off, so just put a bit of tin around the outside, so But
yeah, well, criticism is criticism. I've got people upset at me. They don't like my my mask.
Your mask, yeah.
Yet these people will happily sit and watch someone wear a mask for no other reason than to disguise their face. But you have a recovery mask and all of a sudden it's the worst thing in the world. It's terrible. All right, so what are we going to discuss on your show tomorrow, Liam? Do we have anything lined up?
Not really. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it because, like, then again, it is still really overcast. I don't know. I'll have to see. Like, if it's raining again tomorrow, I'll be able to stream. If not, I got to build. I was meant to be building today. I want to get this finished because as soon as the studio's done, right? Like, I can get all of the stuff that I've got in storage and all of the stuff I've got out in my property out in Junction Hill. I can get all of that stuff and relocate it back here, and I can start doing full stuff again and start writing scripts for shows and stuff. It'll be fun. But until that happens, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really have time to plan out shows. Like, what's going on? Like that's always fun. Just have a look around.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do another lunch break stream. We'll just keep it to an hour.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I can actually set a timer. We can have a countdown timer.
I just don't know. I don't know.
I promise not to distract you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Because, like, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. He does not know whether he can even spare any of his lunchtime for you.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, right now, like for me, a break is 15 minutes. I sit down, we have a coffee and then it's straight back to it. That's how I've made as much progress as I can. And that's the reason that, like, even on the break time stream that I did yesterday, that ended up being as long as it was, like, I'm listening to music, I'm trying to stay moving because, like, I need to keep going until all my energy is gone. Then I stop. Because if I stop and I start and I stop and I start, I don't know if this is normal for other workers or anything else. You can speak to that. But if I stop and I start constantly, I get really wore out and I can't get stuff done. But if I just constantly go, then I'm good until I'm burned out, And so I've been just from 9 in the morning till like 3 to 4, I just go as hard as I can. Then I have a little bit of a break, and then I'll go in. I'll let the sun pass through because it's really hot, and then I was like doing raking and sweeping, and I do property cleanup at from 5 to 6 while the sun goes down. So that's what I've been doing every day for the last since I started.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. So tomorrow at lunchtime on your channel, we'll have a short catch up with Liam. And
maybe
then,
maybe I'll set up a thing and you guys can watch me build if nothing else, and you can just talk. Like people have been saying that they don't believe I'm doing it, so maybe, yeah. Liam is right. By not streaming, I finished a 22-page comic book in 3 weeks. Exactly. That's it's. I mean, this has been 2 hours nearly, Oz. It's like lucky that I wasn't doing anything.
And it flashes by.
Yeah.
It does. It flashes by when you're streaming.
Yeah.
When you're having a chat, you're hanging out with a friend and you're talking about your projects upcoming. You've got Wonder Island. I've got Wizard Island. And
oh gosh.
All right.
I'm conflicted
Is there anything
about that.
Hey?
I'm conflicted about that now. I don't know if I'm gonna have to change my title. I don't know.
Right.
I'll bring it up with Manga Chan and see what she thinks on this lovely day, which is her birthday. So send some love in her direction.
Okay. Is she on Twitter?
Yeah, she's on Twitter.
All right, everyone go on Twitter and wish her a happy birthday. Yeah. I'm gonna go do that now.
Yeah. Mr. Donks has fallen asleep.
That's okay. It's the end of the show. You're allowed to go to sleep now. I don't know what time it is there, but it's probably pretty late.
Rest easy, little buddy. We'll get your little sleeping cap on and, get all cozy. Give you your teddy.
But in all seriousness, if Liam is not able to stream tomorrow, I'll do a short stream during lunchtime. I'm going to try and get these streams regular, just sort of an hour each day. And then, we'll see how it goes. And
I want to be here every day. I want to be here doing this every day with you and get back and do the good stuff. But I need time. I need more time right now. That's all. So
yeah, no, I need time as well. Right?
So
we all need time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody that came on today. I'd like to especially thank Lord Finatra for becoming a member. That's great. He'll be featured in my upcoming Disabled Olympics. And yeah, I hope everyone is happy and having a great day and is going to go out and create some amazing stuff today. And let's wait and let's hear if I can get an apology from John Malin anytime soon. What do you think?
Yeah, because you didn't kill anyone. I mean, I challenge them to even find victims that you could potentially have been responsible for the death of. There's no one. There's no one. There's no evidence of anything.
Oh, I'll give you a brief preview of my my next Disabled Dance segment. Hang on.
Oh, fine. Oh, good times. Good times. the hell? What the
So-
hell?
That's Barbie there. She's disabled. Barbie's holding up a trans rights forever sign.
Cripple Barbie,
And-
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad she's
And that's-
doing well. Glad to see she made
Yeah.
it to you safe.
yeah, she rules. All right, happy birthday, Manga Chan.
Yeah.
Oh,
So thanks, guys. Yeah, sorry for being a bit lower energy this stream. Like I said, I hope that we had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next time. I'll try and see you tomorrow.
all right, bye everyone. Nurse, tell me, am I still intact?
Oh, Oz. You don't need to worry about that. We're gonna make you stronger, faster, and better. Stronger, faster, and better.
Faster.